Labadiena, mėly tinklalaidės Laikas, muzikai, žiūrovai. Tamsėjant ir gilėjant vakarams, lapkričio 23 dieną, čia Lietuvos Nacionalinės filharmonijos didžiojoje salėje mes sutiksime tikrą prancūziškos muzikos lobyną ir gal tie tamsūs vakarai iš tiesų kiekvienam iš mūsų prašviesės. Na, o tą progą sveikinsiuosi ir kalbėsiu su prancūzų dirigentu, jau nekartą matytų čia didžiosios filharmonijos salės scenoje Victorieną Vanoosteną, su kuriuo būtent ir pakalbėsime apie šios programos pasirinkimą. Pleasure to have you here and speak with you. And the first question, it will be the most boring, I think, so it's about your beginning in the music. And I read that your family, they are not musicians, and it was a choose from soccer and music. So why music? Because I mean, sometimes boys find that music is very boring.
Yeah, it's really, you know, I didn't know anything about, but they proposed to me to play piano. Yeah, my parents like music, but doesn't know at all this word, and that was totally new for me. And yeah, I was just enough talented to continue. Work a bit, practice, and continue when I was a kid. But when I was a teenager, now I was, you know, when I go back to school, I was like 3 hours, 4 hours, at 11 years old, 12 years old already on my piano. Mm-hmm. So it was like begin to be a patient or something. Yes. Really, yeah, I was, you know, you discover the repertoire, you discover the composers, and then you're like, wow. So yeah, I mean, I was a totally normal little boy, and after I began really passionate about that.
And also I read that you were interested or good in mathematics. And did it help for music, and still now is it helping?
Yeah, really. Even at 18 years old, when I have to choose, I wanted to do like some scientist job or music, but music will miss me a lot, so I choose music, of course. But mathematics is really important because the music is based on the rhythm and on the question of mathematics or arithmetic or something. So yeah, it's very important to understand the big structure like an architect, because all these wonderful musicians on stage playing in an orchestra knows everything about the music and the part, etc. What they need, I think, it's how we go in this way along the big
all the
piece.
Picture.
Yeah, all the picture. And that's, I think, is a big role of the conductor.
You're a very busy conductor. I mean, you're a very busy musician. One day you are in Lithuania, another day you are in Berlin, another in another country. Do you have still time to play with piano?
Barenboim told me, you have to play piano, you have to practice, you have to continue. Because the first time I met him was to play and, in front of him. So, and I said, Maestro, I don't have time anymore. And he said, I don't have time, you. So it was very funny. And, you know, of course I conduct a lot, but I miss just a bit, but I miss the physicality of the sound. You know, I never touch something. So yeah, with big orchestra like here and a special relation, I can feel more really the relation between my body and the sound, because we know each other better and better and better. That's really important. But the piano, you know, so I begin to control the orchestra. That's a bad word, but to control like a piano now.
But why was this change between piano and conducting? Because, I mean, you started as a musician, as piano player, and why then you decided to conduct?
I didn't have enough fingers to play all the repertoire. You know, I was so passionate about opera, about symphonic works, and my first disc was a transcription from things, because I played a lot with singers, etc. But it was not enough, and also you know, the orchestra, I think, is the most beautiful things in the world. The sound you can have, it's so different, everything, etc. You know, people doesn't know classical music and classical orchestra. Sometimes there are fear, we don't know that, it's boring or something. And if they know the difference between a lot of composers, a lot of still, a lot of centuries, etc., it's so amazing. So, yeah, I was in my piano and I had a lot of pleasure and I continue to play, etc. But the orchestra, the big thing, and mostly the relation with people also. I was so alone because I was a soloist. I was not in an orchestra or something. I was so alone. So as a conductor, you're still alone, except in Vilnius because people are so amazing.
I think so. I can say it's the fashion now of young conductors. How do you think, what in this generation, what is very important to have a good international career of conducting?
I think it's a tendency, not only in the music. We really love the youngness and something everywhere. Very young CEO of the, you know, that's fashionable, I think. It doesn't mean, for instance, Klaus Mekele is a totally genius because it's like 20 more years. He's very.
Not everyone can be genius. I mean, on that year.
Of course, and even the genius, I don't have a problem with this word, but you know, I don't think that talent exists really. The work exists.
Hard work. And about the programs, on 23rd of November, it will be absolutely French music. And your meaning and your thought of this program was because you're a French conductor and you want to bring this French music taste for Lithuanians?
There is many answers for that. If I go in order, of course there is something between French and Lithuanian. And when I came for the first time before the COVID, was also a special season French here.
Yes.
And so I replaced Michel Plasson to do the chanson, and with Musa we did the Saint-Saëns concerto, etc. So it was a really deep connection. And it's still the same because it's a Lithuanian season in France also, so it's like a small call, something. Yes. Also, yeah, I am a French conductor, so I think I should also bring the French repertoire here, and the orchestra love that. I love my repertoire is like Strauss, Bruckner, Mahler, what we do now. It's really, I have a feeling with this music, but of course, naturally, Debussy is like my favorite. I played everything in piano, Ravel also. Yeah, I hope I can do Strauss in the same professional way and the most beautiful way we can as a Debussy. That's really important. And for this program, yeah, it was also a meaning the night and Fauré. Requiem is also the night word. So there is something very, very dark, but not in a bad way, but in an atmosphere, dark atmosphere, and something very special. Of course, we have to associate death and Requiem, of course, but we can also see that, you know, it depends on the culture, it depends on the people, but the death is not the end of the travel, I hope. So it's just the beginning of something else, and it depends on the culture, but it's just another world. So the Requiem could be also something not so sad, but continuation and entrance in another world. And you know, of course we are sad, but yeah, deaf people are not sad. Yeah, could be also a positive message, and not positive, but poetic things.
And cello player Xavier Philippe, tell me us about this musician more.
You know, I know a lot of cellist player, and I love, if I can, I love to choose a special player for a special piece. And I always try to choose the people I think will be the best for the repertoire or for the. So there is a lot of concerto and etc. And I hope sometimes I'm wrong like that. I discover people for the things, etc. But yeah, Xavier Philippe record a lot of things, and especially this kind of of music in the 20th centuries, etc. I think he's quite close of this style and this period.
What is your dream concert or dream piece to play with this Lithuanian National Orchestra?
Of course, you know I will not answer that, because if I do, after what I can do.
After that, you will have another dream.
But I think it's exactly the answer. Actually, it was a dream to do Heldenleben with them. And we did a concert so fantastic last year. Mm-hmm. And yeah, of course, to do this Fifth of Mahler, it's so Everest mountain. Yeah. It's a big thing, and they know by heart almost. So it's wonderful to work with that. So my dream is to continue to explore this repertoire, but there is so much what I can say. There is a lot of pieces I want to do. And also there is a lot of pieces I want to do again.
So I just want to thank you.
Thank you to you.
To say thank you, and it was really interesting. Actually, I could sit here even longer, but I know that you will go to learn Mahler, and you have not so much time. And the name of our Philharmonic and orchestra, I can say that this is a pleasure to have you here and to enjoy your interpretation, your energy, your passion for the music, what is seeable from your eyes and from your body, especially when you are on the stage. So really thank you, and I hope that you will stay with us for quite long.
Yeah, I hope also.
We will lock you here.
Yeah, I am so happy to be here. It's always a joy. So yeah, and yeah, with the orchestra I have so good relations. So thank you for your compliment, and I feel so good here. Yeah, I think we begin a very great and long story.
Kaip ir maestro sakė, rekviem nebūtinai yra pabaiga, o galbūt kažko pradžia ir durų atvėrimas. Taigi, mylėjai, kviečiu jūs lapkričio 23 dieną ateiti čia, į Filharmonijos didžiąją salę ir išgirsti prancūziškos muzikos šedevrus, kuriuos atliks ne tik prancūzų violončelininkas Xavier Philippe, bet taip pat ir mūsų atlikėjai. Tai yra baritonas Steponas Zonys, sopranas Lina Dambrauskaitė, vargonininkė Renata Marcinkutė. Taigi, susitikime čia ir praturtinkime tuos tamsius lapkričio vakarus.